Boom, hey internets. So you've decided that you're definitely going with Shopify, and now you're trying to figure out which theme to use. I'm gonna walk you through the thought process of what I used for my brand and generally the conversation that I have around the topic, having been a designer and creative director working in apparel for well over 20 years. And this video is not sponsored by Shopify, it's just my honest opinion and use of the product. Stay to the end to see some of the choices that I made while building the site in the backend in Shopify and a reveal of what it looks like now. Hey people, clothing brand mentor, Jon Phenom. I've been designing clothing since 2000. Let's get into it. And so first of all, Shopify, why? If this is a question for some of you, really quickly, I would just say right now they are the gold standard for running a e-commerce site. When it comes to clothing specifically or a fashion brand, or running your merch, they just have the game on lock. All the companies that I've worked for, the last 3 in the capacity of a creative director or some sort of leadership for a apparel brand, multi-million-dollar apparel brand, we've always used Shopify. So I think I could probably stop right there and just let you know that the top 3 brands that you love are probably working off of Shopify. In fact, there was an article recently that I read that said that Supreme, I don't know what backend they have now, is moving and migrating everything over to Shopify. I heard there's a slight change in their .com as well, like the actual web address. But in any case, a lot of the biggest brands in the world are using Shopify. All right, onward and upward. So first thing I would do is research, right? There's a couple different ways to research which theme you think might be best to use. And so I definitely want to give a big shout out to Bit Branding. I'm gonna put the link below to 2 videos that were very helpful in this capacity, and they go into depth. They really have a good wealth of knowledge when it comes to one Shopify, and then specifically doing this for clothing is really good. If you're watching this much later, I would pop the year into a search field, whether that's Google or YouTube, and say best Shopify themes to use for that year. Is exactly how I found Bit Branding, and subscribe to their channel because they just have so much knowledge when it comes to Shopify. Really good resource when it comes to themes and figuring out different backends of your themes. And so after that, as I was watching and while I was watching, I opened up a new sheet on my Evernote and gave note to some of the different themes that they were showing in the videos. So that really gave way to capability and what themes could do now in this day and age, because these themes are getting better and better and quicker and faster, right? We want conversions from a browser to a customer. We want that conversion to happen as quickly as possible, and they're just getting much better at that technology and serving that product, whatever that product is, in the best way for the viewer. So when it comes to finding the theme, I had 3 things that were most important to me. Number 1 is that it's fast. Number 2, I want it to be a clean layout, like very clean, like very minimal. And the third thing I wanted is I wanted it to look amazing on mobile. Now, this probably goes without saying, but I've seen a lot of people design their Shopifys on their desktop, not really keeping in mind that the way I feel like 90% of people are going to experience your brand is on their phone. It's going to be on mobile, right? Most people are gonna look things up on their phone. When you hear of something, right, when you wanna see someone's stuff, you're gonna check it on your phone. That means most of the engagements, the way people are gonna get introduced to your .com the first time, or .co, or whatever it is, to your brand the first time when they're coming to the Shopify, is gonna be through this thing here, through your phone, just like you have, right? So I wanted the mobile version to be excellent. We call that a responsive site when it changes from a desktop, right, like a different width or a different viewable, all the way down to a compact, like mobile version of the site. Another way to research, besides just Googling content of other people's point of view who might have a lot of experience in that field, is just going to Shopify and filtering through their themes that are available. Now, the first 2 tabs are gonna say free and paid, and I know people have an urge to use the free version. Now, if you're shoestringing this brand, this merch, this project, then of course you can use free. The free is gonna be a lot better than a lot of e-commerce carts for sure. I would just say that for me, I've dealt with WordPress for years. I have a site that I maintain in Webflow, and then CBA I do on Fast Funnels. And so I just want to add that in life, you get what you pay for, right? So a cheaper option will definitely mean more work, or in this context, there's a lot less customization that's going to be available to you, okay? And so for me, I would rather have a third-party company that is literally all they're doing is pumping out better and better themes and charging money for it. I would definitely pay anywhere from $100 to $400 for that theme, because I just know there's gonna be a whole team behind, one, the support, also eliminating any kind of bugs, but just trying to make that product better. Also, if there is a problem, like I said, there's support, there's a team behind it where I paid green money, and so they're gonna have to service me, right? They're gonna have to give me customer service to fix things that I'm unaware of. So that reason alone is enough for me to wanna purchase. But after developing a lot of sites in the last 20 years, I would just rather pay out of the box and have someone have all those things figured out, all of those features and availability and the speed. I'd rather pay for it. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is what it comes down to. So for me, I got it down to 2 themes, and that was the District theme by Style Hatch. This one has been out for some time, and there's a lot of good brands that are using it. And the demo to me was very impressive when I was going up and down and through the pages. Again, one of the things is I wanted it to be clean. I feel like this District theme was extremely clean and very clear cut, very minimal, which is what I wanted. The second theme was Symmetry by Clean Canvas. Symmetry by Clean Canvas is newer. It's very fast. They have a couple different versions that you could see it in. They have different colorways that you could pick as well, and imagine your brand. Now this one costs $100 more than the latter, which wasn't a huge issue for me if I liked the themes. So as this is post dating, I paid $320 for the theme, and the District theme was at $220. Now the cool thing about Shopify is the theme is like a skin, right? You can change out the different skins of your actual Shopify site. So they'll let you demo. Most or all of these themes will let you try the theme for free, and they'll charge you if you publish it. So you can build out an entire version of your website with either theme that you want, or if you have 3 different themes you're looking at, you can build out like a page or 2 on each one and really start playing and seeing what the functionality really looks like and feels like. Again, it's really important to always click on the mobile mode and kind of check up and down to see how things are functioning on that end as well. Also, on that note, I'd like to get on my phone itself, right? So you can have it on your desktop mode, but just seeing the link on your phone as well is really helpful to see what it actually would feel like if a customer or consumer is having their journey going through your site. So to summarize for you guys, I would do some research, narrow it down to a couple themes. I would upload those themes onto your Shopify, and I would build out 1 or 2 pages on those themes, and also make sure you check the way it looks in mobile and make sure it's just a good feeling for the theme that you want to have. Things are moving very quickly in the landscape as well. For example, the apps and extensions that you might use on Shopify, there's a whole universe there. For a lot of the main things that are getting used, Shopify will create its own solution for it. For example, Shipstation is an app that makes logistics a lot easier and gives you a major discount with major carriers like US Postal and UPS. Shopify Shipping also gives that same service and is right out of the box, obviously because you're working off a Shopify account. So with anything like this, I would always do the research. Again, it looks like the percentages that you save are a little bit better with Shopify. With anything like this, I would do my research, as I did of course, and I saw that the percentages you can save on shipping is just a little bit better. It's edged out a little bit better with Shopify. Now, some people say with larger enterprises, Shipstation might be a better choice. Also, if you have something other than Shopify, Shipstation is an outside third-party company that handles that. So that could be a place where you might use that app. For me, for where I'm starting, I just use Shopify Shipping, and it's a good solution that I can use for now. That could change in the future, but that's the way I went. So at the end of the day, both District and Symmetry are both great themes. I love them both. I edged out using Symmetry just because the speed is so quick on the site. There are a few key features that I wanted that were available on Symmetry that weren't available on District. Again, both of them were great solutions, and I thought I was definitely gonna like District a lot better, but in the end, NONBETA.co, if you look at that site right now, the back end of it, the theme is actually Symmetry. And that came from me actually working out every single page and really developing different pages on the back end and then deciding to publish with them. Hope that helps. Any comments, questions, leave them down below, or you can text me at this number here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.